Hello everyone. It is Thursday, August 8th, 2024. The time is 11 a.m. Pacific, and the temperature is a cool 55 degrees here in the city of San Francisco. And welcome back to the West Coast Walker channel, everyone. My name's Robert, and today I'm going to show you around a very historic neighborhood here in the city of San Francisco. It is Japantown, one of the last Japantowns in America. Let's go have a look. As we look at the beautiful Peace Pagoda here in the center of Japantown, erected to signify the peace, the everlasting peace between America and Japan. As we look onto the main square here in Japantown, we are on Post and Buchanan Street. And as you can see, there is, different signs here in Japanese. Even the street sign for Post Street is in Japanese. And so we are in a very historic part of the city. This Japantown was founded around 1906 after the Great Earthquake. There were two previous smaller Japantowns in the city before the Great Earthquake and fire, which were destroyed, along with most of the city. And then many of the Japanese immigrants and Japanese, or citizens, US citizens of Japanese descent, came over to this area of the city here on Post Street and started their community here. The Japanese immigration into the United States began back in the 1800s after the so-called Meiji Restoration of 1868 opened up Japan to the world. They were very isolated before that. And so people came here from Japan to start businesses, work, start a life just like any other immigrant group. As we see Osaka Way, also known as Buchanan. As we see this beautiful square here with some little fountains. I'm going to take you now over to the Japan Center malls, which are three interconnected malls which feature mostly Japanese shops. So we see a restaurant there, Ganji. There's also a Hawaiian place here. Of course, Japan and the United States have had a complicated history. There were many Japanese people that immigrated here, but then when World War II began, on the attack of Pearl Harbor, one of the most infamous occurrences ever, of course. Another infamous event happened right after that, which is the internment of the Japanese people. The American residents and citizens who were of Japanese descent were sent off to concentration camps all in the interior of California and in the West. And they were basically forcibly removed from their homes and could only take what they could carry with them. Now, when I say concentration camps, it wasn't as bad as the Nazi concentration camps. Don't get me wrong, there was no torture, there was no murder. They didn't kill the Japanese people by any means, but
that's nice, bro. That's nice.
They were forcibly removed and essentially imprisoned. Even though the FBI and many other agencies said that there was no disloyalty amongst the Japanese people, that they were very loyal to the United States. There was no need to intern them because they weren't spying, they weren't committing sabotage, and they had no intention to. But Franklin Delano Roosevelt ordered the internment of the Japanese people nonetheless. And the same thing happened in Canada. Almost all of Canada's Japanese residents and citizens, many of whom were born in Canada, were interned in the interior of British Columbia. They were forcibly removed from Vancouver and interned. And in fact, the Canadian internment lasted longer, much longer than the American internment. The American internment ended in 1944, but in Canada up until 1949, which is well after World War II, Japanese people were not allowed to return to British Columbia. They had to either settle east of the Rockies or were deported to Japan as we reach Webster Street. And we have a nice Japanese supermarket, grocery store here, selling all kinds of Japanese goods. Let's have a little walk through, see what they sell. Got different types, a lot of different types of sushi here. Fresh fish, pork katsu sandwich, different types of beverages that can be found in Japan. We've got a little Sonic the Hedgehog energy drink there. Sonic the Hedgehog being a famous Japanese video game character. We've got lots of snacks, dried soybeans, wasabi, green peas. This is a grocery store with mainly Japanese goods. So we see lots of fresh vegetables here and fruits and other sort of Japanese ingredients that you might use to cook Japanese food at home. Different types of noodles, egg roll wraps, and all kinds of stuff. Lots of fresh meats here to make beautiful Japanese stir fry. Tons of fish, of course. As we know, fish is very big in Japan. That looks like squid, actually. And down here we have some eel, grilled eel. And here is the alcohol and liquor. Of course, Sapporo is the most famous Japanese beer brand. And then this section has all types of ramen. Sorry about that. This section has all types of ramen noodles. Let's go check out the other stores in this area. So we see more beverages here. Thank you. Getting back to the history, so after the war, Japan and America and Japan and Canada signed treaties of peace and became great friends, to the point where basically Japan is our greatest ally in the in Asia and perhaps in the world. And the concept of any sort of war between America and Japan is pretty much zero at this point. And that's a great thing, as Japan has now become a very, very wealthy, very modern, very peaceful, a very amazing country after the nuclear war that happened between the two nations. As we see a teriyaki place there. There's a lot of construction in this area today, so it's kind of blocking the view as we see the pagoda there. We're going to take into the West Mall part. So there's 3 malls, I think, East, West, and something else. And we've got the food court here. And we've got a Restaurant Row here in this mall with tons of places to eat. Beginning with the famous Benihana. Some of the dishes they serve here at Nandeya, including a bento box, which is kind of a mixture of different things that you can put together. We've got kushi suru, serving ramen noodles, udon, soba noodles. And this is called Nippon Ya, which is a candy and chocolate store, I believe. Yes. Serving or having all kinds of candies, chocolates, and mochi as well, a Japanese type of sweet. Here we have Anderson Bakery and a tea shop. It's not a huge mall or any mean, it's just more of a sort of a mini mall. But there's 3 of them that are connected, and they call them the Japan Center malls. Got a little craft shop there. And some beautiful art here, selling Japanese woodblock prints. And more crafts and sort of Japanese products that you can, or Japanese decoration. Got a wine and cocktail lounge called Festa.
But they're so popular for their ramen.
Game stop over here where you can play different games to try and win different prizes. A bookstore, very cool. Let's go have a look inside the bookstore. And it looks like these are Japanese books. So all of these books are written in Japanese language. Very cool. Very cool. So if you can read Japanese, which I obviously cannot, you can come here and buy a huge assortment of books. Huge assortment of books. They got some English books too. I think these are English books, but they're written in English or translated in English, but it says Japanese Asian literature up there. So this is Japanese authors. And downstairs they have manga. Very cool. Japanese magazines. Sumo wrestling. As you can see, they have sort of Vogue type magazines in Japan as well. Bazaar they have. Very cool. Japanese bookstore. Got a crepe shop over there. Club Mari's. So a lot of different Japanese restaurants here in this little mall, as well as other stores. We have a place with jewelry and Buddhist statues. And so this mall is all things Japan. And like I said, it's 3 interconnected malls. We can go check out the other ones. Let's go down this hallway. We've got Koshi, Master of Scents, so incense and whatnot. And then we've got a toy store selling all kinds of figurines that are related to Japanese characters and whatnot. And a cool clothing store here. And more games. Another sort of gift shop here. We've got Japan videos and DVDs here. Oh, it says no photo, no video live stream. Okay, so we're not gonna film in there. There's a sign that says no filming. believe this is the exit. Another exit here. We'll take this one. See where it goes. Ah, yes. Okay.
No, you're like, oh, my arm's tired.
And so we'll make our way over to the other side. Check out this mall. The second mini mall here.
That's a lot of them. Yeah.
East Mall of Peace Plaza. Got a Daiso store here. I think I've shown a Daiso on one of my previous videos, which was in the Saramonte Center, or sorry, Stonestown Galleria. And they have a little bit of everything at this store, like arts and crafts, toys, household items. It's almost like a Japanese Target. You can get like containers for your kitchen, any sort of, they've got little sandals there. Anything to sort of decorate your house with, or any sort of products that you may need for your kitchen, for your, bathroom, for your bedroom. Living room. A lot of different toys and also snacks. A lot of different snacks here. Different Japanese snacks, as well as pizza potato chips. Okay, they have pizza flavored potato chips. Good idea. Shrimp chips. Shrimp chips. Never heard of that. White truffle flavored potato chips. Interesting assortment of snacks here at Daiso. So this is a very cute store. Check out upstairs. I said this is one of the last Japantowns in America. There are two others, one in Los Angeles and one in San Jose, California. There used to be many more, but ever since World War II, there hasn't been as much Japanese immigration into the United States, and so a lot of these traditional neighborhoods that were in Chicago and in New York and Detroit and other places, they kind of sort of died off. Still a lot of Japanese stores and influence in those cities, but a dedicated Japantown no longer exists except for here in San Francisco, LA, and San Jose. Hotel Kabuki. We've got Hotel Kabuki. Nice hotel with a sort of beautiful Japanese garden here. Very nicely designed here. Japan has a very beautiful aesthetic, especially when it comes to landscaping. We see a large sign saying Nihon Machi. I don't know what that means. And so you can see this is a vibrant area. A lot of commercial activity, tons of shops, and a very historic place here in the city of San Francisco. We look again at the beautiful square and the beautiful gate signifying Japantown. Well, thank you everyone for joining me on this short walk through historic Japantown here in San Francisco. Make sure to like and subscribe, hit those notifications, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.